Welcome back, welcome back. They try to take me out, but they can't. Thanks to the Most High, and I'm gonna always keep praising the Most High. Evil eye, you don't belong here, so please leave. When I call onto spirit guides or angels and ancestors, is for protection. This is something that I truly like to do. This place is an evil place. It's a lot of wickedness. It's a lot of people that practice darkness. It's a lot of people that want to program your mind and stop your free will. My channel basically is for positive. I ask for spiritual affirmations and things to help bring forth the highest in you, even for myself. So, as these practices. So, today I have love messages. I'm gonna do some regular messages with different uploads, but I'm gonna focus on love today because I've been going through some really hateful things like energy. Um, I'm trying, not trying, I am, of oneness and connecting to doing things mindful. And my grandson was hurt. Um, I went outside. I mean, I go outside, but I would like went out and was doing a few things. And I always get messages when I go against it. It always be for the bad. It is like I should never. I should always follow my intuition. So I woke up this morning and I had an event to attend. I was kind of tired because I was at the hospital with my grandson. So I try to get some rest. But let me tell you, the Most High gives you messages and things in your body. You gotta pay attention. And I was getting all kinds of things to make me stay at home. Mind you, spending money because my daughter wasn't available, and after my like all the accidents I've had and stuff, I've always had like this nervousness trying, getting behind the wheel and doing so. When I do, it's always there's a story for everything. Anyhow, um, so I get there. Why was the event canceled? And I was getting some good rest, and I jumped out. I put the alarm on, and everything was putting me in circles to not leave the house. I left the house, and it was just like one bad thing after the other. So I just was saying this story to say, please pay attention to what your body tells you or things around. If you see that you're going in circles, most likely it's saying do not exit, do not leave your home. If you find that you get hurt or you're tripping over yourself or there's something, just pay attention. So what I should have done was contacted, and it was in my head. It was saying contact the contact the host to see, because I didn't want to make an excuse. There's times where I do get to the point where I'm like, all right, I could reschedule or something like that. But something said text or call. My God, I wouldn't have wasted money. But prior to that, my left hand was itching. Like I said, I got the spiritual attacks. I've been getting like dreams that's been showing me different things. So I just was like, man, oh man. And I cannot believe that I did not use my discernment. So I just wanted to say that please use your discernment. Um, on another note as well, if you feel that somebody is a fraud, or if you feel that you don't like tarot, or you don't like people that's in spirituality, just leave them alone. Let those people do what they have to do. I'm not just speaking for myself. You don't have to leave me alone because I could deal with the negative and the positive because I know how to alchemize my certain situations so I can get sarcastic, or I can match your energy or whatever. And then sometimes people say just ignore. Sometimes I can ignore, and sometimes I cannot. But anyway, what I'm saying is the simple fact that people have different things that they come on this earth to do. We sometimes, some people know their calling right away. Some people are late bloomers. Some people know exactly who they are on the instant. And then some people have beautiful upbringing that keeps them at a high vibration. And there's have some of us that go through trials and tribulations and life struggles that gets us to the point where we get centered, or we figure out that okay, I had to go through X, Y, and Z to get to ABC, or get or have ABC to get to X, Y, and Z. So with that being said, the judgment of some of these religions and things like that is why I don't, and I'm speaking for myself, not talking for nobody else. Let me make sure the evil eye. I'm not talking for nobody else. I'm just saying simply that sometimes we should not be mad because somebody doesn't want to follow what you follow, or be mad because um, people don't believe what you believe, or try to force ideology on people. So I just wanted to say that worry about how you are seeing the world. Worry about how you navigate through the world. Leave people in their delusion. If you feel it's a delusion, leave people where they are in their life. If they want to uh, express themselves, whether you think it's ignorant or what have you, I will only have an opinion when you come for me. So when you come for me, it is when I mind your business, because then you're minding my business. So therefore, I have to have a rebuttal. Not all the time. Sometimes I would delete it or whatever, but nevertheless, I'm the type of person that's very curious. So if you just leave a comment, and to me it's open ended, because a lot of the times the comments are open ended, they're not close ended. So I have my brain is wired to the point where, okay, so what does that mean? So if you just say one thing and then I come back with, oh, it can mean so many different things, like what are you saying, and so I guess some people take that wrong or what have you, and they feel like, you shouldn't post because you're opinionated. I'm always going to have an opinion because I have a brain. And my brain is curious and wants to know different things, explores different things, and also it gets to different levels, because from infant to adulthood, there's things that I still wonder about. There's things that I question, even going to church with my grandmother and asking questions and getting pinched, or my ears, she would ring my ears or what have you. So this is why I'm the way I am today. And as far as it comes to technology and things like that, like I'm always in the trying to be in the know, because it's moving fast, and I like to keep the knowledge and not be behind and not know what's happening in case it's needed to be used for future reference, or present tense or future reference. So, but that's just what I wanted to say. I'm gonna leave it at that, and start with the love messages. I have a few messages that I wanted to share, and I had a few new um, decks that I wanted to. Um, I have some runes, love runes, and I have my self love, of course, self love affirmations, and being positive. When I come on here, I really try to lift vibrations. I'm not looking to keep anybody in a loop. I'm not looking to just have you subscribe just to subscribe so I can have numbers. I had made a long message. It was like an hour and 14 minutes, but I was cussing, and I just was like, okay, I don't want to just come out with it, but I was talking about like witches, warlocks, people that do spells and jars and all this nonsense, and trying to bind you or um, cursing you with their mouth, gossiping and things like that. So in dreams that I get messages in or warnings. And so, but if you're interested, you can make a comment. I don't know. If not, I'll just probably leave it in the archives. But basically, yeah, I was really going in. I was talking about like family and how people are wicked and evil and they have bad intentions. And I was talking about like energy, how some people come into your life to suck you dry, and or they see something about you and they just want to relish in it because it benefits them, all kinds of things, so what have you. And relationship wise, and people that come into your life either to gain or to take advantage or to come to destroy or torment. Um, so there's different things that I was talking about, but I just wanted to say that. I'm gonna go ahead with the love messages. So the first one that I have is my cosmic connection oracle, and this is like my universe oracle pack with messages. So um, I got that. And I had three messages because I've been praying. Um, and I channel and got a hold of it instead of like doing it on camera. I did do a pre-shuffle, but when I do, so I'll tell you how I do it. I started doing like 3 card lays now. Before I was doing like pulling one and doing a message because I am a beginner. And I have said, I don't know, if you're new to the channel, I was saying before I was a skeptic, and now it has really saved my life. Um, Simple fact that the people I was watching, everything that was happening in my life was matching to the T, but I only watch certain people. I don't watch everybody. So I have discernment on that. Anyhow, um, I'm going to keep going with this. I'm still going to keep going with my revolutionary and my strong woman channel because people try to play in your face and do things in plain sight. So, um, especially with my grandson's situation, and really they don't care about us, man, and it's so sad. And they will want to say we love to play the race card, and we like to say that, oh, because we're black, these things are happening, but they're very orchestrated. And I'll go into story time later on so I can really give you guys what really happened late, but I'm gonna go ahead and start with the love message and not get distracted because I am a chatterbox. So, but anyway, I'm gonna start with the Cosmic Connection Oracle. And so the first three I got was follow your heart, nurture your romance, and be authentic. Follow your heart fell out the deck first, and this one was this card reminds you to trust your inner guidance and intuition. Your heart knows what is best for you, and it's time to listen to its whispers. Take a moment to quiet your mind and connect with your heart. Ask yourself, what does my heart truly desire? Trust the answer. It will come to you, and have the courage to follow it. So that was one of my AIs. I don't know, this follow your heart. It was one of my AIs where I was saying that, sit still, get peace, go on a quiet time, even if you're a parent or, your parents, or you're doing it as a couple or you're a single parent, get the time to sit down in a quiet time and just ask yourself certain questions and see how you feel. See what emotions arise, because that's when you'll know what suits or what you should follow. I've been like really studying certain things, so I know like I use the number 8 because the number 8 is my life path. That's my number. That number follows me a lot. And when I turn the 8 upside down, it's infinity. And so I'm infinite. A lot of the things, regardless of what I'm going through or what mode I'm in, um, because being multifaceted, people can't stand that. People can't stand if you're a triple threat. They don't like when you have multiple things that you get into. They want you to stay in this one spot or be stagnant or tell you choose one. I don't gotta choose nothing but what I feel to do. I don't have to choose one thing because we're not just one thing. As a human being, we have many different things to ourselves, especially when it comes to emotions, where people like to disregard and make you cold in this world. They want you to be cold. They want you to be nasty, want you to be disrespectful, and then they put you in this category and generalize you or put you in a box. I'm not in the box. I'm out the box. I'm creating a bigger box, as far as I can stretch and move and do and expand because that's what the brain does. It's no limit. So you're constantly learning. And some people turn it off and they just give up and they just follow. I'm not a follower. Never would be a follower. So a lot of these things that I'm doing wasn't the simple fact that because I saw somebody doing something, it really resonated into my soul and I couldn't think about nothing else but besides to send messages. But people like, mind your business, don't worry about yourself. No, I've never been like that. And then because of my zodiac, we're humanitarians by nature, which is the Aquarius, the water bearer, which is another sign that gets hated on so much. Um, and I've seen so many things with air signs as a whole. But nevertheless, that's people's opinion. Like I have my own opinion, but I'm gonna go ahead. Excuse me, because I thought my lip was off, getting crusty. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and finish with the oracle. So I have two more with the cosmic connection. So nurture romance. It was the second one that fell out. Love is a flame that needs to be kept alive. The universe wants you to know that it's important to keep the romance alive in your relationship, even after the initial excitement fades. Show your partner that they're still special to you by planning dates, expressing affection, and thanking them for all they do. Remember that small gestures can make a big impact and keep the love burning bright. So that message I feel is for couples. The first one I feel like it could be for couples as well and as an individual as well. To follow your heart, but nurture your romance. And I believe in that too because when you are two and you become one, it's very important to feed each other life. Speak life into one another. You want your partner to elevate, and it should be vice versa. So you don't want to be in a situation where you're feeling depleted or you're with someone and you're constantly bringing them down. So I feel that it's cause for separation if it gets to that point. If you can't get past being, unkind to your lover or your partner, or if it's a marriage. So do nice things because that's who you love. That's who you sleep next to. And you don't want to be sleeping with the enemy. So we're going to end it at that. Then the next one that fell out the pack, the third, was be authentic. Show up authentically in your relationship and honor your true self. This card encourages you to communicate openly and honestly and express your thoughts, feelings, and desires with integrity. When you are authentic, you create a sense of trust and intimacy in your relationship that can foster deeper connection and understanding. So I get that trust your insights, be courageous in love. If you have a partner, nurture that love. If you want it to last, you will have to nurture it. There's no skipping and cutting corners when you're in a union. Be authentic. Be yourself. Be you. Honor who you are. Always. Don't never back down. Don't never second guess. Honor yourself always. Express yourself. That's another thing. And go with your feelings. Okay? Have integrity while you're doing it as well. But also get a deeper connection and understanding of yourself, and if you're really in your relationship, do those two things. Deeper connection and understanding. Love yourself. Get to know each other. If you're dating and you're dating more than one, go with the feeling that who makes me feel comfortable the most? Who can I truly be bare naked, and not in a physical sense or literal, in a figurative sense, that can I truly like let loose and let the mask fall off and be who I am without this person having a discourse, or without this person feeling that um, we don't belong, or I don't belong, or every time I'm with them, I love them for this, but they do this. When you have a but, it's a Reynolds. It's a Reynolds wrap. It's curtains. The show is over. And that's the end for that. That's the message for your cosmic connection. Then my next message is the love runes. Okay. And I'm going to read from my deck, my handwritten deck, and I'm going to do self-love, and that's going to be concluding the message. So I did 3 cards, and let me go ahead and show you. Follow your heart, so you can see. Nurture your romance, and be authentic. Okay, so we have the runes, and this is the runes right here, the love runes. And so we had 2 in reverse, and we had 1 upright. So the one that came out in reverse is Iwas. Iwas came out in reverse, and the message is, and this is Iwas. It's a pink, looks like a pink albino snake. Iwas. And the reverse is the unresolved issues are being addressed. The relationship cannot blossom until there's personal growth and self-discovery. So something is going on where you need to address some uncomfortable things. And if you don't, it's not going to grow. It will be stagnant. The next one is Jera. Jera is like, it's an earth suit. It's grounding, and it has like wheat growing. It could be another flower, but it's definitely a plant that's growing from, and it looks like it's a field, like in a harvest. So that's what I want to say. Okay, so let me go back to Iwas, because I did forget something. If you don't have a transformation in your relationships where there's growth, or where there becomes an ending, or there's time to learn a lesson out of it, it won't go anywhere. That's it. I just wanted to say that. So Jera in your harvest came out in reverse. The relationship has not bear fruit and may be prone to repeating mistakes. Consider if it's still worth investing in. So see, it's a pattern. We have the nurture your romance from the first deck, and now we have in reverse Jera, which is harvest and in growth and peace. So The fact that it says it can, a relationship cannot bear fruit, and you're repeating mistakes, and then you have to think. So maybe that's the uncomfortable question: is it worth it to continue to keep going in this relationship? Am I following my heart, or am I doing it because of physical situations? Because I had that message my last uploads where it was basically asking if your true self, is there something that you're hiding? So look within. You have to look within. That's how you find most of your answers. None of us is perfect. None of us have the right answers. None of us have the go-to. If we became a little birdie and we was to follow some of the people that we deem may be so, into themselves and, oh, they got it together, you probably would not even want to follow that person or fan over them, because when you see the bare naked truth of how some human beings are so easy to go in and out of, because a character, life is a stage, so we're all performing, we're all wearing different hats. And so with that being said, sometimes things are not always what it look like. Just because somebody have this big thing, or somebody has this amount of stuff, or they got things in quantity, does not mean it's quality. And so the next message is Wunjo. Wunjo is happiness. And so if when I always show the picture, like I said, I'm gonna get better. Um, this is like champagne party time. Um, Reflections of achievement and success, and this was in the upright. Your love life is developing in the right direction. A period of happiness, success, and harmony is assured. So this would be the outcome. If you nurture and you talk and you get in to see what's going on with the unresolved issues, what's happening, and the question, is it worth investing in? And then now you have the outcome, which would be, it would head in the right direction when you take those necessary steps. Follow your heart, nurture your romance. Um, be authentic. Just be yourself. Say what's on your mind. Don't hold it in. I always say that. Don't block your throat chakra. The next one, and I'm going to end it with, is I'm in process of loving my body, which is the first self-affirmation card that dropped from the deck. I am in process of loving my body. You're in process of loving your body, so that means something is going on unconditional. Well, no. I was going to say you need to have unconditional love for your body. But what I was going to say, if there's insecurities about your body in this relationship, or you're insecure about not wanting to go forward and follow because you are conscious about your body, you're going to have to stop that. Now, I'm going to speak for opposite attract. So a lot of times if somebody's giving you a compliment, you just listen. If you listen, you can hear what people are saying. If you pay attention and you're an observer, and you're in your circle or your community or however you socialize, pay attention to what people say. If people say things in a jokey way, they're projecting. Listen to the negative. Once you get to the negative and hear what people see, then you take that positive and then you accept. But you don't have to always take what people see you as, because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So If somebody see you as a certain thing, and then it might hurt your heart, and or you feel a way about it, or it made you um, get inside your shell, and you're like, this is why, whatever. Don't worry about that. But just make a note. And if you feel that there's room for improvement in that department, then you elevate, you alchemize it. You don't sit there and dwell on what that one person said or what people are saying. What is it about you that you feel that you need to fix? Or what is it about you that you feel that you can improve on? And then you take that energy and pour it into yourself, right? And then you would start to love what already is, and then you could correct what you don't, right? But don't never let what people say get you into that shell and you become a hermit. And I'm only speaking of that because of example of myself. Because when I was growing up, I was always told, you're black, you this, you probably have to learn to cook and clean because nobody's going to want you. And it was like this colorism thing. And then it was like, oh, if you lose your stomach, you would be prettier. And all these kinds of things. So it took me over to the point where I wasn't living. And I don't want that for anyone. So this also helps me, and I'm hoping that it will help someone. This platform for me is to encourage and do something that's my passion. Being a humanitarian comes with a big responsibility in the fact where um, your spirit is, you're just empathic, you're clairvoyant. Um, you pick up on things easily. You see people differently. You don't judge. So I come with um, not the rose colored glasses because I'm not in a delusion, but I'm in reality. I'm a realist, so I talk about things that matter to the body, mind, and spirit. So even if you knew me, and you can never say I was a negative person unless we had a bad rapport with each other, and it was bad endings because you disrespected. That's the only time I'm gonna get out my way, is when you disrespect the program, disrespect my personal space, and then I'll probably be the villain. But at the end of the day, I try my best to be a kind person on the first note. But if you show me, I'm matching your energy off rip. If you're being sarcastic, I'm going to be sarcastic. And I don't mean to go tit for tat, but that is just what it is. You're sending it, I'm going to receive it, and I'm going to give you back what you came with. But nevertheless, never get into the point where you don't love yourself, what you see in the mirror. I am in the process of loving my body. The next one that popped out was I'm excited about today. So you excited? I'm happy you're excited. I'm excited. I'm excited when I wake up and I could feel my left eye jump, where it's like, oh no, she woke up. I know I woke up today, and that's my birthright to enjoy my day and to mind my business and do what I want to do, and to spread awareness, be mindful, be kind, and uplift another human being on this planet. So that's what I love. I'm excited about today. Then the third, the last, I'm in control. I am in control. And that is the overall message when I end this. You're in control. You're the one that makes your happiness. You're the one that has to I can't end the message because I did say, oh my goodness, I almost messed up. I'm gonna do my handwritten cards, my handwritten love messages. So I had 2 in the reverse. I have but 4 fell out, so I just said let me go ahead with it. So the first one is your root to crown flame. And it was in upright, so that is your full body awakening. You have total alignment with what's going on. So you, again, you're in control from root to crown. So from my head to my toe, from my toe up, you are in control and in total alignment. And the affirmation is, our union is rising like a flame. The next message is your chakra ignition. The things that make you feel good, that I feel so good. It was an upright. The message is, again, these are all coincide. You see, it's different decks. This is the message. Connection and energetic harmony. Look for someone that's gonna always make you feel alive. You have to have good chemistry with people. I feel like even if it's a platonic relationship, when you get around that person, you be like, oh, you always feel good. You never feel down. Nobody wants to feel down. And it's going to happen, yeah, because we do have devastating things that happen in our life, right? We do have things that happen in our life where we get to the point and we feel discouraged. And we're like, man, what did what's the point? But no, we are supposed to feel good. We're supposed to experience life. We're supposed to have a good time. Yes, sometimes it's sunshine and then it's rain. But that is what life is about. That's the sweetness. We have the bitter with the sweet. And so the next one is, that was, okay, all right. That's upright. Yeah. So the next two that I have is, okay, so let me show you the first two. So it was root to crown flame. Our union is rising. Then we have, you activate every chakra I tried to silence. Now that is a nice, energetic harmony. Okay. And the next two that's in reverse, because I've been doing my 3-card lay. And so the first one is one flame may be pulling away. So that goes hand in hand with the union. So this is a lava union, a hot, spicy union. We collide like lava meeting on the ocean. So there's definitely some resistance there, where I go back to the cosmic connection that you need to nurture the romance, because someone is pulling away. If you're dating, that means that somebody is not interested. And then we go back to, is it worth investing in? Okay. And then the next one that was in reverse is, your purpose is unclear and the mission can be paused. So there we go. It goes back into where it's, you have to speak up clearly. Okay? Because there's no, your success and harmony is assured when you speak up, when you talk, or you realize that, is this something that's dead weight? So this is what I'm receiving. So as far as the message, together we transform worlds. So that means this is a power couple type of love. When you guys come together, the angels sing. But it's in reverse. So therefore, Your purpose is unclear onto what you want out of this relationship or to what you want out if you're dating. And that is the message. That's the end. You are in control. Okay, that's what I'm going to go with. You are in control. Speak up so you can get your happiness and harmony. And that is the end of the message. Thank you so much. Peace, love, and light to beings. Be mindful. Self love. Be kind. And if you don't want to be kind, just walk away. Walk with God. And even if you have to say it in your mind, or if you don't, speak up. And that's it. I will see you with another one later. Peace, 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 peace.